everybody, welcome back. Work Planner. I've been gone for a while and it's time to get back into the focusing on money business. So I invite you all to join me. I'm still on my journey to pay off 6 figures worth of overall debt. So first, where have I been? I don't even know where to start. We've had a couple of really terrible years as far as feeling like I'm living a series of unfortunate events, with everything that happened with the house and all. So toward the end of the year, Eric's mom passed away and we've been dealing with the fallout of that. You will see the repercussions of that in my budget this year because his mom was still relatively young when she got sick, and she did what we all do, and that is to just assume that we're going to be able to take care of things later, which means that if you don't take care of this stuff, your children will have to. And so you're going to see that part of my debt did increase, but the increase was funeral expenses because that was not something that was in our budget at all. Not at all. There wasn't any life insurance because she was no longer employed, and her life insurance had been through her employer. When she stopped working for them, the life insurance lapsed. And so there was none. And, we're still sorting through everything. We don't know if the rental property that we've had will continue to be ours. The state is trying to come and take that from the estate because she was in a nursing home, and that's what they do, apparently. So I will let you all know how that plays out. The renter that we did have in there failed to pay their rent, and we are still trying to evict them. They have not paid a full month's worth of rent the entire time that they've lived there, you might as well say. But we were trying to help somebody down on their luck, so we were accepting partial payments, and then the partial payments became no payments right before Paula passed away. So we've been trying to juggle both of those. Fast forward to Thanksgiving, my dog got sick. My small dog got sick. I've had her for 12 years, and she just passed away earlier this month. She did end up making it through Christmas, but she did pass away in January, and so it's been a rough few months. All of that in amongst the crazy of the holiday season, and one of the kids that had moved away has moved back now. It's just, yeah. So that's where I've been. I'm sorry that I was gone for as long as I was. I did not stop working on debt payoff, but you can't see the results of my efforts as well because, it just is what it is. We had that 0% credit card and funeral expenses to pay, so we put what we could on it. So there you go. We're going to work on paying that off. So today, on a brighter note, we are going to talk about kind of where I am so that we can move forward with budgeting and all of that jazz. So starting out the new year, I have created, my annual sinking funds tracker. I actually have them in a much better situation this year. You'll see as we're flipping through here, these are in my savings account. These are the black binder. You'll see white, you'll see teal, you'll see yellow as we go forward. And I think I might even have the cash envelopes that are in my purse purple on here, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, so as I do every year, we'll just kind of flip through here. Actually, let me zoom you in so you can see better. Okay, you can see through that one sheet of paper. So I have decided I would just get this stack here. So what I did this year to make it easier to see is I've color coded throughout the year. The deposits are green, what we spent is red, and then the balance is going to be white. Again, the top row is our cap or the goal. For the revolving ones like car maintenance, we have a cap and we save up to that amount, and then if we have to spend out of it, we add until we hit that amount again. For the goals are things that we actually know we have to hit, like the amount for my license and taxes on the car. I'm going to save up to that amount and then I'm done because that's what I'm going to spend this year. Calling it done. Same thing for something like the automatic litter box. I have a goal for that I hope to hit, and once I hit it, no more money will go toward it. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Amazon Prime. Coming into January, I have $120 out of the $147. I think that comes out in February. I'm not positive, but I should have $147 by the time we hit there. And then I'll need $147 the following year. So that one's one that it actually goes from February to February instead of January to January, but you know how that goes. Birthdays, I have set a cap of $500 to have in that, and we have a balance forward of $143. We lump all birthdays together. So this is my birthday celebration, celebration, Eric's birthday celebration, all the kids, any dinners we go to, and then friends' birthdays and that kind of stuff. This is one of those rolling categories that if it ever hits 500, we'll stop putting money in it. I don't know that we'll ever hit that because we spend from it as quickly as we put money in. Car maintenance has a cap of $1,000. I had to get tires, and so we're down to $48. We'll see how that goes. License and taxes, I've got a cap of $200 on there. I just paid for those in December, and $47 is what we carried into January. Microsoft 365, I don't know when that comes out, but I assume it's sometime soon. $75 is what it's costing me a year. $51 is my balance forward that I've saved so far. Sam's membership we just renewed. It was $110. I've got $14 heading into January toward that. Appliances is something that hit us in 2022, and we want to save toward that so that we never have to do that again. We have a cap of $1,500. We've got $217 saved, but I'm real happy about that because if anything goes out, $200 should get us something used at least. So that is a much better place than we were in when everything went to pot in 2022. The litter robot, $750 is the goal that I've set for that. $450 is what we saved last year. I am amazed that we were able to sit back that kind of money, and we have until August to hit the other $300. I think we're gonna hit it. So, hopefully that won't be a problem. Back to school is $429, and we have $429 going in. Now, we don't have any more money to save for this because this is Calvin's senior year. And so this should cover cap and gown. It covers tuition for the college class we have to pay for next month. Yeah, senior pictures. We should be good. If we end up needing extra, we can add to that. But right now, that's where we're sitting at. Beauty has a cap of $250. We're coming into January with $79. Bereavement is a new category that we didn't have before, but we realize now that, we've always realized that it happens, but we didn't have money set aside specifically for that. We do have the gifts category, and I kind of assumed that it would all come from the same thing, but in reality, flowers are expensive, y'all, and anything extra that you want to send to the funeral home, it is all, that is a racket. Oh, it is a racket. So we've now got a category for that so that if somebody we know suffers a loss, we can send money. We have $7 going into January. The Christ the King picnic, we realized last year we didn't take enough money. So we have raised our goal for that. It's $150, and that should be enough to pay for us to eat while we're there and participate in whatever raffles or games we want to participate in. And it will allow us, if the kids come unprepared like they did last year, to cover them without putting ourselves in a mess. So we have $3 going into January. Let's flip to the next page. Okay, date night. We have a goal of $100. We have $106 in date night, and I just didn't have it in me to weed things out at the end of the year. I am going to be a lot more strict about that here in the new year. So right now there's 106. There won't be for long. We've got a date coming up with Eric's bestie and his girlfriend. So some of that money will be gone. So I'm just going to leave that $6 sitting. Gifts, we just talked about. See, now we're in the white binder. Gifts, we've got a cap of $100 that we want to keep in there. Right now we've got 54. Graduations is a new category. I have nieces that are about to graduate. My best friend's son's about to graduate. My stepson is about to graduate. We have lots of graduations coming up. So we're going to set a $200 cap on that. And right now we have $15. I don't know that we're going to need $200 because I've seriously been debating on whether or not to give Financial Peace, the book, as a graduation gift. Let me know what you think about that. Okay, so Calvin's graduation trip is a thing again. We came to a compromise. Eric's planning the trip for the most part, and it will happen after he graduates because we have not been saving this whole time for it. And we're guesstimating that the total cost is going to be $2,971. And so far we have the $175 that I had already saved toward the trip. So we'll see what comes of this. Grandkids, we're going to set the cap at $200 because we got 2 grandkids, and we figure $100 per grandkid should be sufficient to have on hand for anything that they might need. And our balance forward in January is $101. Lawn care, the cap on that is $520. We currently have $331. If we can keep the mower running, that should not be hard to hit. our fee. The cap is $1,000. We actually have $1,180 in there, and I'm just gonna leave that sitting there. I'm not gonna take it out and put it toward anything else because with the way our lives work, we're gonna need it. So I'm not gonna take it out. Planner cap is $100. I currently have 57. Vacation. This is a category where Eric and I compromised. It was a part of the discussion that reinstated the graduation trip. I am completely cool with being the nerd that Dave Ramsey talks about and doing rice and beans and rice for the rest of forever. Well, not forever, but until the debt is all paid. But Eric is not built that way, and he wants to still be able to live life. And I get what he's saying. I don't want to not live life. I just want to be debt free when I do it. But anyway, we have set a cap of $500 on this. I doubt we're going to get to 500, but it'll just kind of grow until it hits that amount. And then once it hits that amount, it'll sit there if it hits that amount. But that money is going to be used for, as we hit milestones and pay things off, the money that's in this envelope will allow us to celebrate whatever that win is. And he's thinking, you know, a long weekend at the lake, or, you know, a trip to the Opryland Hotel, something like that. Not anything big. We're not going to the beach for a week or anything like that. But just something small to say, hey, we did this, way to go, enjoy our day, and then get back to it. New Year's, we've got a cap or a goal of $100. Right now there is nothing because haha, it's January. Valentine's Day, we have a goal of $100. Right now we've got $73 going into January. And then Easter, we have a goal of $50 and we have $11 heading into January. And of course, this is going to be the teal binder. Makes it so much easier to find what we're looking for. Okay, next page. Okay, continuing with our green binder. For anniversary, we've got a $100 cap and $10 coming forward from last year. For Mother's Day, we have a $100 cap and we have $11 coming forward from last year. For Father's Day, we have a $100 cap and $23 coming forward from last year. July 4th, we have a $100 cap and $45 coming forward from last year. Halloween, we have a $100 cap this time. We raised it because we want to be prepared if we have to pay for costumes, and we want to make sure we've got money set aside for the pumpkin patch. Balance forward is nada because we spent all of our money plus some arranging for all of those things we didn't budget for last year. Thanksgiving, a $100 cap, and we've still got the full $83 in there because we ended up not having to host a Thanksgiving dinner this year because November was the month that Paula passed away. Christmas, we're going to set a $1,500 goal. We have $11. I don't know if we'll hit that or not, but we'll try. Okay, so now for the Hopes and Dreams binder. Furniture, $2,000 cap. We've got $37. Home improvement, we've got a $1,000 cap, and we've brought $130. Honeymoon, $2,224 goal. I've saved $102 so far. For the kids, $400 cap because we've got 4 kids between us, $100 per kid. We've got $42 in there. They spend it as fast as we can set it aside, or they call for help as fast as we can set it aside. Lipedema is a new category. It's $2,000, which is my estimate for how much we're going to spend in hotel rooms. I could be wrong, I could be right, but that's my estimate. This will be much more expensive than that, but I have a flexible spending card to help with the deductible costs. This is just the, what would you call it? What, miscellaneous expenses? We're going to set aside $2,000. It might still be quite a bit more than that, but this is what I'm going to hope for. I have $221 saved already toward that. Next, okay, the new car. We've got a $4,000 goal, $38 in the sinking fund. New computer, we have a $1,500 goal with $20 is the balance forward. New house, $15,000 is what we're hoping to have for a down payment for the next house. $18 is what we have in that sinking fund. And then the wedding, which I think we might have landed on an idea for, is estimated to be $4,572, and we have $1,116 of it already saved. So we're hoping to start that out with no debt. This and the honeymoon, no debt is my goal. Okay, so that's all of those. Let me flip over to the debt and show you how the debt's going. Okay, so let's get to this, shall we? This is never my favorite part. Talking about the debt. I'm going to tilt this just a little bit to make it easier for me to write. I've changed this sticker a little bit. So instead of having the previous year written on here, it's just going to say the balance at the start of the year. So for Menards, no balance. The minimum monthly payment for Menards was $25. So our snowball is at $25. It was estimated when I started paying on it to be paid off in April of 2022. It was actually paid off September of 2021. Lowe's has no balance at the beginning of the year. Its minimum payment was also $25. Snowball is $50. It was estimated to be paid off October 2023. It got paid off April 2023. Capital One, starting off the year right. No balance. The minimum monthly payment on it was $50. So we're up to $100 in the snowball payment. It was estimated to be paid off December 2024. We paid it off August 2023. Mohila, which was my student loans, the start of this year have a zero balance. The payment for those, my income-based repayment was going to be $56, so my debt snowball is now $156. I don't know when those would have been paid off, probably when I was 80, but they were paid off October of 2023. Yay! I should say they were forgiven, but it counts because they're gone. So there's all of that. I don't have a ruler handy, but I'm just going to draw a line right here. Straight edges are nice. Okay, so all of those are already paid off, and at this point, the debt snowball payment should be $156. Now we're going to get into the plan for the next year. Now I used a debt reduction calculator. If I find, there's a link to it. If I remember when I post this video, I'll put the link in the description box. Highly recommend it because it's motivating. It's where I get these dates from. Okay, so Murray State, starting out in January, has a balance of $16.84. Minimum monthly payment is $25. Paying it off would bring the debt snowball payment to $181. This one is set to be paid off December of 2024. Discover, $9,841. Minimum monthly payment on it is $90. That would bring the debt snowball payment to $271. And the estimated payoff is April 2027. That is based on a 0% interest rate that will not last until 2027. So that is why this one, even though it's not the next highest balance, it's the highest balance. It's going to accrue interest soon, and we want to pay off as much of that as we can before the 18 months expires. And I think that's going to be August. So we have 7 months to take as much of a bite out of this as we can. And I don't know. I don't know if maybe in July I should start looking at 0% interest cards where I can transfer this balance and just shred the Discover card. I don't know. Give me your best advice on that. But we need to get this down as much as possible while it's 0%, because that is an enormous amount of money to be accruing interest at 20 some odd percent, how credit cards do. But that's where the funeral expenses hit. So that's why that is so much higher. Okay, Wells Fargo is $16.62. The minimum monthly payment on that is $46. That will bring the snowball to $317, and that one will get paid off January of 2027. Kia has $7,244. The minimum monthly payment is $175. That brings the total snowball payment to $492, and it'll be paid off May of 2027. So as of May of 2027, we'll have all 4 of these paid off. That's nice. Okay, the Chevy has a balance of $7,426. Now these are in order. Well, I bumped up Murray because Eric wants me to get Murray paid off. There's a potential that I could get a scholarship to go back to school, but we've got to pay that balance off before I could do it, and the job would double or more my income. So that's a debate we're having, but the debate is a moot point as long as this balance is out there. So we're going to pay that off. It got bumped ahead. So the rest of them are in order according to their balances, except for Memo, which I've explained before. Anyway, the Chevy payment is $216. That brings the snowball to $708. This one will be paid off December 2026. By the way, when I say debt snowball, these dates are based on only the payments rolling forward. That's not anything extra that I'm paying off, which is how I got these to be so much earlier, was from my extra payments. So that's where these dates are coming from, is if I only pay, you know, the minimum monthly payment plus this payment, you know, until all of these are paid off. Anyway, Kia is 8844. Minimum monthly payment is 175. Snowball is 883 at that point. July 2027. And then Memo is 1,375. I don't currently owe a payment to her. 883. And I will have that one paid off September of 2027. I would like that one paid off sooner, but she won't take my money. God love her. Yeah, that is money that she loaned me to go back to school, and she has refused to accept payment until I am debt free. So she won't take it. Anyway, let me add this up. That's the one thing I did not do prior to trying to record this, and I apologize. Okay, so this comes out to be, I don't know if you all can even see this or not, 38,076. I have not put my house on here because I'm taking my house out of my debt payoff plan. We will tackle the house when we get there, but for right now, that is a big enough number. So that's all I've got for you today. That is the current state of Erica's finances. Hopefully this plan works rather well and we can knock some stuff out. We shall see. But anyway, my next video will be my net worth update, so be sure to join me for that one. You don't want to miss it, and I will talk to you all there. And if you're still in the mood to watch in the meantime, YouTube's put the best match for you on the screen. I'll see you all next time. Bye!